I'm Skylar.
And I'm Scarlet.
Let's talk about books. Hello! For the first time, and let's talk about a book. That didn't go well. For the first time in Let's Talk About Books history, I have a guest. This is my younger sister, Scarlet. Not the sister who edits my videos, but no. She is the voice you heard in the Rip It or Ship It video, the one who was looking for the broom.
Yeah, that was me.
That was her. We live together. So today we will be doing the books and makeup tag, basically. We are doing the version from Sarah without an H because I think the original video is private by now, but she came up with like some new questions, so I will link that below. Basically, I'm not very good at putting on makeup, and today I am working a St. Patrick's Day celebration at the bar I work at, and I wanted really cute makeup, and my sister offered to do it because she's really good at makeup. And so, since we couldn't just have a makeup video, because this is a books channel, you just put your phone on silent. How
yeah,
is
but this is my reminder to text Mom about my tattoo.
Scarlett has to text our mother about her tattoo.
I'm so sorry.
Our father's Snapchatting me. We're just in constant contact with our parents. That was us taking a selfie to send to our father. Okay. So, basically, we're gonna read the questions. Scarlett's gonna put makeup onto my face, and we will both answer the questions because Scarlett is not just here as like an indentured slave. She's here to participate. The first one is actually primer, which we don't.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so
I held up the wrong product. It's this one. I'm going to tell you what the makeup products I'm using are.
Yes.
So this is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's the original formula. They do now have a luminous formula and a matte formula. The luminous formula is yellow and the matte formula is white. This is the original pink formula. It's really good and it's $5.
Scarlett works at Adalta. So the primer question is, pick a book that left a lasting impression.
Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to get to talk about my favorite books a lot later. So I'm actually going to talk about a book by Gail Carson Levine called A Tale of Two Castles. And it is a story about a girl who befriends a dragon. And there's a scene in that book where she makes kebabs of
I know exactly
bread
what you're
and
going to talk about when you said that book title.
And then the dragon like toasts them with his fire breath, so the cheese is all stretchy, melty, and the bread is toasted. And that image has never left my mind.
My lasting book is Animal Farm by George Orwell. It's a book that I don't necessarily like. It's not my favorite book. I can't even say I necessarily loved reading it, but I can't stop thinking about it. It's been years since I read it, and I literally will never stop thinking about it. This is a good time to mention, actually, that I don't edit my own videos. Another one of our sisters edits my videos for me. Because she's good at editing and is making a business out of it. But yes, Holly edits my videos for me. And if you like the editing of this video and want someone to edit your videos for you, you can check out her Upwork profile. The link will be in the description.
She is for hire, and she's excellent. Her
she's
editing
for hire,
is
and
so
she's
funny.
Great. I love how this feels on my face.
I know, it's so good, right? Like
it's
silky
really smooth.
Yeah. It's really good. And it's only $5, and I've had it for like months, and there's like none gone. This is gonna last me forever. Yeah, I went down my beauty blenders.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to use yours.
No, you don't have to do that. I never use mine.
Okay.
I've never used mine.
Oh my gosh,
They're completely unused.
On all one foot.
I need everyone to know that Scarlett is sitting on a pillow because she's so short. Hello?
Oh, whoa.
The question for foundation. Pick your favorite first book in a series.
Ooh.
Kiki Strike in the Shadow City by Kirsten Miller. I actually answered it the other way, the way I did.
It's your favorite book in the series?
It is my favorite book in the series.
I'm going to pick it as like my favorite book that made me want to read the rest of the series.
Sure.
And in that case, I'm trying to avoid talking about my favorite books because I know that I'm going to get the chance to talk about it later.
Probably.
So I'm actually going to go with The Hunger Games. It was a really good opening to the series.
It was a really good first book. It was such a quick read.
Yeah, the first book was quick and well written, and it ticked all the boxes for me. The other two books, not my favorite. books.
I liked Catching Fire, then Mockingjay. I
Mockingjay was
can't
not
think
good.
about it without getting upset.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't tell them what products we're using.
What are we using? What's this?
That is the e.l.f. Luminous Foundation. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Natural, which was previously called Porcelain.
It's really dirty on the bottle. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then I'm mixing it with a little bit of the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Foundation in the shade Light Ivory.
Okay, the concealer question. Pick a character you wish you could get rid of. I know what your answer is.
My character is Gale. Gale
She
is a
hates Gale.
Useless character.
It's so
he has
funny.
zero contribution to the plot for the first 2 books, and then they like bring him in and try and make the love triangle like a thing. Even though by the 3rd book, Katniss and Peeta are meant to be. Like there's no, like they have gone through too much trauma together to ever be able to love someone who didn't experience the games, especially the games twice like they did.
Scarlet hates
Gale is
It's
useless.
so funny. It's so funny.
Useless.
I would get rid of, you know what? I would get rid of the brother from Divergent, because if the brother didn't happen and didn't betray them, then he wouldn't try and sacrifice himself, and then the sister wouldn't, like, spoilers for Allegiant, the worst book in existence, but she wouldn't sacrifice herself to prove that she forgave him, and the worst book in existence might have had a good ending.
The product that we're using is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. This is better than Shape Tape, and it's $6.
Powder question. Pick your favorite last book in a series.
This is the e.l.f. HD Finishing Pressed Powder in the shade Clear.
I feel like most series, the last book is one of my least favorite books because I always feel like there's something unfinished. So I'm actually gonna go for kind of a classic. I'm gonna go for the 5th book in the Percy Jackson series because I feel like it tied everything up well, but then it didn't feel unnatural for there to still be books in the series. But like you could stop reading Percy Jackson and the Olympians at the 5th book and feel comfortable and happy and satisfied. But if you wanted to and go on to read the Heroes of Olympus series, you could do that and not feel like the ending was ruined. So I just feel like that's a really good last book.
I'm going to start talking about my favorite book series now,
Do it!
which is The Lunar Chronicles. It is a 4, kind of 5, kind of 6 book series. There's 4 main books, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter, and then there is a prequel book that was published between Cress and Winter called Fairest, and then there is like a short stories final wrap-up book called Stars Above. And whether or not we're talking about Winter or Stars Above, I think that Marissa Mayer wrapped up the series so well. She took her time. Winter is like 900 pages long, like no joke. And she really took her time with the series and making sure that like she put effort into the end. And then not only did she write Winter as like the last book, but then she realized that the fans wanted more from her and that they wanted certain tie-ups that hadn't happened. So she published unpublished scenes from the book on her blog and her website, but then she also published an entire book called Stars Above, which has like a short story about a character that she wanted to write into the series, but that she couldn't figure out how to make it work out. And it also has like a fan service, like everybody wanted to see something scene. And it's excellent. She did an incredible job wrapping up the series, though that whole series is kind of fantastic. So
BookTube loves the Lunar Chronicles.
good.
Like BookTube loves the Lunar
Scarlet
Chronicles.
loves the Lunar Chronicles.
Scarlet's
They're incredible.
Her name is Scarlet. Not after that. It was written after she was born, and
It
it's
was.
spelled differently.
No, it's spelled the same. One T.
Oh, is it?
One
Oh
T
my god, I
Scarlet.
had no idea.
Yeah, like the color.
Wow, I'm a big fan of
You
both
are.
you and the Lunar Chronicles.
You really are.
Normally we don't do anything to my eyebrows.
they're perfect.
I have a blessing in my life, and that is that I have good eyebrows. A book that you think everyone should read.
Okay, answer. Everyone should read a book. This is a really weird answer. You're not ready
I'm
for this.
so ready.
Everyone should read this book that I read in the 7th grade called I Am the Cheese.
I talk about this all the time, and I haven't read it yet.
I do. It is so weird. And I have not met a single person who has read it that wasn't in my 7th grade class. but it's just, I can't say anything about it. It's so weird, and I think everyone should read it. I don't know who wrote it. I'll look it up while you answer your question.
I am either choosing, I think I'm going to choose On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which I'd say most of BookTube has read, but I just think it's so pertinent to how we're living in our modern day, and I think a lot of people, novels can put in perspective things that are happening in the real world so much better than even necessarily the news can, and I think that it would increase compassion towards issues we're having in everyday life. I also think my second answer for it is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray.
Yes!
Which is such a good book.
Don't read Lord of the Flies.
Don't read Lord of the Flies.
It's bad.
Read Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. It's literally amazing.
It's so much better.
And I think, yeah, so those are two books that I think everyone should read. If you're looking for a recommendation from this book series, from this video, read I Am the Cheese or read Beauty Queens and On the Come Up.
I Am the Cheese is by Robert Cormier.
Eyeshadow, yes. Pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover.
I didn't tell them what product. This is the spoolie on the end of the Instant Lift Brow Pencil by e.l.f. in the shade Deep Brown.
We just didn't use the shade.
We didn't use this shade.
So favorite colors. This is really hard because my favorite color is silver. So I'm just going to try and think of a really pretty book cover, like a book cover that I thought was gorgeous.
Here's the thing. Are we talking about the cover of the book, or are we talking about what's under the dust jacket?
You can pick either, I think.
Okay. My favorite covers of books are also the Lunar Chronicles books because they have a really beautiful like red tie-in, and my name's Scarlet, but like all of the books have like a red element, and then there's like beautiful silver detailing on all of them. And if you get the hardbacks, they have almost no writing on them and like almost no detailing. They have the name on the spine in red, and then on the front, I have Winter in hardback. I have all the rest in paperback. Winter has a little like moon decal like impressed into the front. It's beautiful.
I think it's this book that I haven't read. It's at home in Ohio. And it's called After Alice, I believe. Let me look up the author, but the hardback edition of it, if you take off the dust jacket, it looks like a map, kind of, basically. And it's just, I literally bought it because it's by Gregory Maguire. I literally bought it because the cover, when you take off the dust jacket, is so beautiful. So that's why I'm choosing that. It's not my favorite colors. It includes yellow, red, and orange, and green.
None of which are your favorite.
My favorite color is silver, but find me a book with a beautiful silver cover. People probably can't. If you have a book with a beautiful silver cover, comment it down below.
Yeah. So we're going to use the James Charles X Morphe palette today. We're going to be focusing...
real YouTubers.
Yeah, we're going to focus on the colors Social Blade, Daddy, probably a little bit of Guac, and then I might deepen with, depending on, might deepen up with, I can't read it.
Benny?
With Benny and Spooky. I started watching the Netflix show Love is Blind.
Why did you do that?
I don't know, but it's actually like really entertaining. Like it's really interesting, and like I almost cried because this one group who got engaged on day 5. Like they have 10 days. No, they are like so in love, like so like from day 1 they were both just like, this person is my soulmate and I can feel it in my bones. And I was like, that's so sweet. It's like they're engaged. They get to go on a 1-week vacation to Mexico, and then they get to move in together until their wedding, which is a month after the day they get engaged.
I'm so suspicious of that.
Yeah, it's weird, but like also, like they genuinely seem to love each other so much, and they saw each other for the first time because the whole point is that they can't see each other till after they get engaged. They saw each other for the first time, and he was like, "You are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life." And she's like, "But you engaged me without knowing that." And he was like, "Yeah."
Engaged me.
a elf. I got this like 10 years ago. It looks like this because I've used the gold a ton. It's an elf eyeshadow duo. It's the shades 75140-3 and the shades 4H02AL. But it's an old duo that my mom got me for Christmas ages ago, but this gold is like incredible. Like, look at that. Wow, gold. Elf H2O proof eyeliner pen. It's got a tip that looks like this, so it's all pointy.
Eyeliner. Pick a dark and mysterious book. I am going to choose One of Us is Lying by Kate M. McGinnis. I just finished reading her other book, Two Can Keep a Secret, and I'm on the waiting list for the audiobook for the sequel to One of Us is Lying. I love her books. They're murder mysteries. I can't necessarily say they're dark. They're not that dark, but I don't read anything that's that dark because I'm too scared. But it is murder mysteries, and I love everything she writes.
The only book that's coming to my mind is another book I read in 7th grade.
Go ahead.
It's called Ransom.
Okay.
And it's about these kids who all get trapped in a farmhouse. And one of them has polio. And they're like put up for ransom. I don't remember most of the plot. It was not an excellent book.
Oh, what about a book you hated that was very dark? Beloved.
Oh, Beloved's the worst book. Beloved's so bad. It's terrible. It's it's not a bad book, but juniors in high school or seniors in high school should not be asked to read it. You should not be asked to read it until everyone in the class is a legal adult because it's too intense. It's too dark. It's very important. The writing is very important. It's about a very important subject. But I did not want to read it in high school. It was too much for me.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to read it in high school. It would have gone very poorly, as I have an anxiety disorder.
Okay.
Ooh, we both breathe so carefully while that happens.
Let me grab some lashes.
Wow, I feel like the eyeliner looks really good.
Isn't it really good? And once the lashes are on, it'll be like, wow. Go ahead and get the mascara question up.
Pick a long book. Oh, we are out of focus. Hold on. Okay. Long book. I am currently reading for the first time Anna Karenina, and in a normal volume, I believe it has 864 pages. So that is a long book I am picking. I don't know if I like it yet. I'm only in chapter like 15, but that's a long book.
I'm currently listening to the last book in the Lunar Chronicles series, which is a 24-hour audiobook. And it's 800 or 900 pages. It's very long. We're going to do just a little bit of blush, so we'll do this and then we'll answer the blush question.
Yes.
Okay? Then check if there's a contour question.
There's not.
Okay, well, I'm going to contour you.
What if we just make up a contour question right now?
Okay, contour question is...
What's your favorite format of book besides just general novel?
Favorite format?
Yeah, like I was gonna say for this one we just made up, I really love epistolary novels, which are novels written where all of it is either like letters back and forth, or it can be emails or texts or various other like found things in that way. It's not, none of it's...
I love epistolary novels.
I love or like a graphic novel.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's not necessarily a format of book, but I really, really like books that have each chapter written from a different perspective. So the Lunar Chronicles do this, the Percy Jackson, the second half of the Percy Jackson series, the Heroes of Olympus do this. In the Lunar Chronicles, it isn't like declared who is like the one leading the chapter, but each chapter does have like a leader where you hear their thoughts, but you don't hear the thoughts of any of the other characters. And I really love those types of books. I think they're really interesting.
Yeah.
Blush question, and then it's Shamrock time, which means Scarlett's gonna get very stressed.
Don't get stressed.
And I'm also gonna have to go get a little bit of water.
Don't get stressed.
No, I'm not stressed. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. Look at how used up this green cake is because I was alphaba in a performance.
Blush. Pick a book that has some cringe-worthy romance. This is a good one. I'm trying to pick a good book that has romance that I just don't like. You know what? The third book in the Kiki Strikes Greats. They started trying to introduce romance and I was like, gross! I don't like it.
What series have I read? What have I read?
What have I read?
That is cringeworthy romance. Oh, you know what's just a general cringy book that I read?
What?
It's called Dating Disasters of Em and Ash, and the whole book is kind of just like cringy, like she wants to date someone stuff.
Book called Strays. And it wasn't very good anyway, but the romance in it especially. Like, the romance was kind of the main plot of the book, and I was like, ugh. Ugh. Also, Mercury's out of retrograde.
Mercury is out of retrograde,
I
which
think
means this is a good day to be doing makeup.
Look at this!
Now we gotta let them dry for like a nice long time.
Yeah. But the highlighter question is, pick a book that brightened your day.
Oh, like a sweet book?
Yeah, or like just a book that made you like really happy.
What's a book that I was really happy while reading?
We both struggle.
We're like, when
Because
have
we
I
don't
felt
read happy
happy?
I'm gonna go with
What's that book? If You Were My Bunny? The one about the mom bunny?
Do you know how much I love you?
Do you know how much I love
Do
you?
you know how much I love you? Oh my god. So actually, you saying that sparked, I'm gonna say Danny and the Dinosaur. Because Danny and the Dinosaur is this great like picture book, and my mom used to read it to us, and my mom would do this voice for the dinosaur, and I can hear the voice in my head.
Also Harold and the Purple Crayon.
Oh my god, Harold and the Purple Crayon. I also want to say a new one that I didn't read when I was a kid. It's called like Sleepy the Bedtime Buddy or something like that. But it's my niece's like favorite book, and she every time my niece reads a book to me, I'm filled with absolute delight.
Yeah.
Like deep when she's like, "Can I read you a book?" I'm like, "Yes!" And I'm filled with such joy. She's 6 years old. So when she read me that book, that like just filled me with such pure joy. I can't think of more pure joy than having a 6-year-old read a book to you.
Haha!
This one is a hard one.
The question?
Yeah, this is the last question.
Okay.
It's lipstick. Your favorite book kiss.
Oh.
It's so hard. I feel like I want to mention Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, but none of the kisses in there were the parts of the romance that I like the best. I like the parts where they're talking more. Which
I also have a book I haven't mentioned that I want to mention, but that has nothing to do with this.
Bring it up. Oh, it has nothing to do with it?
No, I
Bring
mean
it up
there is
anyway.
romance in it. The book Exit Pursued by a Bear is
Oh, you
really,
love
really
that
good.
book.
It's a modern retelling of Winter's Tale by Shakespeare, and there is romance in it, but the romance is only there as like a part of the main character working through her trauma. So it's really important, but it's not like romantic. I think my favorite book kiss is from book 2 of the Lunar Chronicles, and it is the first kiss between Scarlet and Wolf.
I'm going to say the first one that came to mind, we're talking about Percy Jackson a lot in this video, but Percy Jackson, for spoilers, if you've not read Percy Jackson,
This is big spoil.
spoilers, oh my god, turn back now. Anyway, in the 5th book, they carry Percy and Annabeth like to the lake in one of the last scenes and like throw them in, and then they sink to the bottom, and Percy makes an air bubble around them because he's the son of Poseidon, and then they kiss, and it's so sweet.
So, I don't know if I've been saying the products that we were using for a little bit.
Oh my god, we were
So I'm gonna
not.
go back and. So for lashes, we are gonna use the Kiss Blowout Lash in the style Pixie. They look like this. For a little bit of underblush, we're gonna use the Milani 01. There's like 2 different of these like rose trios, but I have 01. Flowers of Love, the Trio palette. And we use just these first 2 lighter shades here. Oh, and for eyelash glue, we use the Duo, the Duo Strip Lash Adhesive in White Clear, the blue style. The Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Palette, it kind of is almost like an imitation of, it's like a knockoff of one of the ABH, one of the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting palettes, where it has the 4 different colors. So this one has blue, yellow, pink, and green, and we used green. For contour, we used this e.l.f. Contour Duo in the shade St. Lucia. It is a blush and contour duo. We use the contour color in it. For makeup sponges, I don't know what these sponges are. I'm sorry.
Just
My mom
any
got them
beauty
for us.
blender in multiple. We got them
in 2 sizes.
Our mother purchased them for us.
And then for the shamrocks, I used this Paradise Paint water activated makeup cake in the shade Amazon Green. This is super, super good. Paradise Paint is high quality body paint because I'm an artist, an artiste.
She's an artiste. I said that in one of my videos and people made fun of me in the comments.
Well,
so
make fun of me now. And then for the lipstick, we're going to be using a Nicole Miller New York lipstick that I got in a set from my mom. That in the shade Ready for the Night. It's like a neutral nude kind of color. Holly, put some narcissistic montage music, royalty-free beauty montage music here.
So, I don't have an official outro.
Great.
I just
That's the end.
I just say
Gone.
happy reading, and then I do a I love you. Happy reading.